Welcome to Mauricio's Corner, presented by JaxUSL and World Class Media. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to be bringing you episode 1 of USL Championship updates. We'll go around the league, introducing you to players, teams to watch for, young, exciting players that are in our league. It's a league of great content, of great quality, and we want to bring a little bit of attention, education, introduce you to the players and the teams around the league. A little bit about myself. My name is Mauricio. I've been a head coach at Jacksonville University for the last 9.5 years. Most recently transitioned to help launch the JaxUSL franchise here in our hometown, bringing pro soccer to Jacksonville on the men's side and also very exciting on the women's side. Every single week, we're going to go over a game of the week, a player of the week, a young player of the week, just break them down just a little bit, go over some basic tactics, just so our fans, our home community understands a little bit who we're going to be playing in the next couple of years when we do launch in 2025. Just going over a little bit of our games that just happened. The league is in its 4th week. Some great scores. Indy 11, Las Vegas. We're going to go over Miami and Memphis, but really an interesting score. Sacramento Republic. They're off to the races. Fourth week, as I said. Great result against Louisville, one of the better teams in the league. Louisville struggling a little bit last couple of games. They've allowed 8 goals in the last 2 games. Sacramento leading the West, really on fire at the moment. But as I mentioned, we're going to go over Miami FC, our friends down south, down the 95 corridor. They hosted Memphis 901. Memphis struggled, one of the better teams in the league last year. Miami made it to the postseason as well. And early in the season, both teams struggling to find a result, both winless at the time. But Miami right now, a team that's very interesting. 3 ties and 1 loss. They don't give up a whole lot of goals. They don't give up a whole lot of chances. Coach Anthony Pulis, a veteran in this league, has coached St. Louis FC, has coached Orlando City B in this league. Most recently was with Inter Miami in MLS. But entering his 2nd year with Miami FC, the team's starting to take shape in his identity and his personality. And as you can see here, as we're going to go over some basic tactic elements, defensive shape. Anthony Pulis is known for being a stingy defensive team. They like to sit in a 4-4-2 block right around the midfield line. Players shift together. You see the front 6 players there really tight. The distancing really good between them. They're trying to kind of force you into this little pressing zone on the corner. They overcommit when they do get the ball into this area. 4 players around the ball. They can overcommit in this moment. And when they win it, they have an opportunity to play out and keep possession right where they want it, which is in the midfield line. Same thing here. Now they lose the ball in the midfield. Negative pass. That's a trigger to press. They'll come together. They won't overcommit in this moment. They're really trying to force Memphis 901 to force a mistake, to kick the ball long. But as you see, once again, same 6 players in the midfield block, extend their line, forcing a mistake or a long ball. Big center backs, big boys, good in the air, pick up second ball, and this is where they want to possess the ball. They want to keep the ball right in here. Anthony Pulis is a great coach. In the second half, he adjusted. They weren't getting quite enough pressure on the ball. Adjusted from a 4-4-2 to a 3-4-3. You can see here clearly the 3 players high up the field. But a wing back on the weak side, he can join the front press and make it a front 4 and really put some extra pressures on 901. Once again, high players in positions to retain the ball, to secure possession, and keep it really where they want it. Average age of this team is about 30 years old. They have a lot of veterans, MLS, international players, and USL alike. Going into the attacking shape, as I mentioned, they want to keep the ball around the midfield. They're not a team that possesses a whole lot in the build-up stage, but in the midfield block, they are comfortable on the ball. They'll keep it for long spells of time, not trying to force anything, but their key is really outnumbering their opponent in central areas. 2 center forwards have dropped into the midfield to create running spaces for the wingers. If it's not on, they'll keep it. They'll get the extra pass. They'll get an additional runner underlapping in the space here. And they really want to get the ball in the box. They want to create chances and opportunities for the big forwards. You'll see a similar possession, once again, in the midfield area, rotating the ball. Fullback on the right side, higher up the field now, right winger inside. And they just keep dragging Memphis 901 onto this side of the field. You're going to see here 8 players on this half of the field, created an extra man opportunity with plenty of running space on that side. They want to get the ball there a little bit quicker, but even so, they create a 2v1 on that side. Player can touch the ball forward, good runners into the box, and making it really uncomfortable for center backs to deal with this ball. A good team in set pieces. This is how they get their first goal. Great crossing by Rivas. Paco, their big captain center back, coming forward and winning those balls in the air. A team that is strong in the air on defensive side and attacking side. Really strong on set pieces. A 4-4-2 setup or a 3-4-3. They'll change in between games as they did in this game. But a team that will capture opportunities as the season goes on. They're not creating tons, but they're creating good opportunities. They're creating good chances. Their XG is relatively high, and they make it really difficult for the opposition to break them down. They defend their box very, very stingy. They don't allow balls into the box, so they're typically crosses or shots from distance. A team that as they start creating more and start converting on chances, be difficult to deal with. One of the young, fun players in this league, 16-year-old from Charleston Battery, Fidel Barajas. He is a dual citizen, U.S. born, but he holds a Mexican passport. He's representing both nations at the U17 national level. He's a player that plays way beyond his years. He doesn't look like a 16-year-old. As you see on some of our clips here, he's a left-footed player. He can play on the left side. He's very vertical. If you give him an opportunity and a 1v1 chance, he's going to take it. He's going to try to get into the box and create chances for his team. Early chance into the game, creates a goal scoring opportunity, a PK for his teammate. Same thing here, stays nice and wide, 1v1, he's going to take players on, he's going to create chances for himself. Right? Wingers are important that they're either creating for themselves, creating for their teammates, but his confidence, right, and his boldness to just take players on and to create chances and score goals, get crosses off. First game of the season, early cross into the box. The quality he has on the left peg to just put a ball into the box is pretty special. He wants to enter the box. He wants to make defenders really uncomfortable in the way that he carries the ball so he can create chances for him and his team. Once again, this looks like a highlight of a veteran in his career. These are 2 games early into the season for a 16-year-old. Good body balance, strength that he has, and once again, putting balls into dangerous areas for his forwards. And this is the best player. This is the best player of the game. Goal of the week last week. He stays nice and wide. He's lower on your screen here. You give him just enough chance to bring it to his left foot. Curler. Keeper couldn't save it. 16 years old. He's going to be someone that the U.S. are going to be talking about for a long time. They're going to keep trying to recruit him to stay here and play for the U.S. We've seen it before. A couple players choosing between the U.S. or Mexico. We hope that he stays in place for the U.S. He's an interesting and fun player in the league. The league invests tons on young players and giving them opportunity to shine and to participate and play first-team football, something we're excited about with the USL Academy as he joins that pre-pro opportunity for our young local Jacksonville players to get an opportunity to play for the first team. Right, and as we go into next week, make sure that you're checking in on our website, you're following our social media. Game of the week next week, San Antonio versus Sacramento Republic. San Antonio, defending champion from last year, and Sacramento, the hottest team in the league right now, scoring a ton, playing attractive forward football against San Antonio that plays a little more defensive, sit in and counter. They're extremely effective on that, won the league on that strategy. So a clash of 2 different formats, 2 different styles. Game to be played in San Antonio. You can catch every single game on ESPN Plus. Follow us on our social media. Make sure that you're checking in, chance and opportunity to win prizes, win giveaways for the league. And as we go around the corner, we come back next week to go over this game that Finn's picked. Make sure you go and pick who you think the winner is going to be, so we can reveal it here as you're following us. Follow World Class Media on their social media as well. Follow them for any updates, and they do a great job of tracking world football. Keep up with USL Championship. Keep up with JaxUSL as we bring you updates into the league, updates into our franchise, as we're excited to bring pro soccer into the city of Jacksonville. Until next time, in Mauricio's Corner, have a great week.